You know, when I was growing up, all I really cared about doing was hunting. When I couldn't be hunting, I was fishing. I didn't play sports. Tried to, just took up too much time from those two things, hunting and fishing. So I didn't play basketball, didn't really play baseball after Little League. I got hooked on fishing though. You know, when the springtime came, summertime, something about being out on the water. I vividly remember catching my first smallmouth. I was with my dad and he took me up a little creek, and I just had a little light spinning reel, just getting to where I could cast pretty good. And he showed me right where to cast. You could see where the current was coming and it made little eddies. I cast right in that hole. And it took me probably 3 casts to even hit the hole. And when I did, I got smacked. And the weight of that fish and the way that fish fought, it was only a 10-inch fish, but from that day on, smallmouth has been something that's always been at the top of my list, and it always will be as far as fish that I want to go catch. So as I was growing up, me and my buddy Scott Barrett, he took me fishing a lot. We'd fish in farm ponds, catching catfish, largemouth, and we fished a whole lot on the river too.
Walt and I, when we first started fishing, we started fishing farm ponds like most kids do, and we had a ball doing that. We'd pond hop and fish around, and then, you know, where we grew up, you didn't have reservoirs, you didn't have lakes, you had the river, and that was where we branched out. We spent a lot of time on the river, floating and catching smallmouth. I mean, that was, to me, that was the species of fish to go after, most fun to catch.
And Scott, he went to school and he became a fisheries biologist. And he's just a book of knowledge. If I ever have any questions about, you know, what species of fish this is, I can send him a picture. He's just, you know, that's his world, is what lives beneath the water, you know. It
was fun because we got back together and got to go do something that we started out doing a long time ago. It's what we both love more than anything. One of the things that we both love more than anything. And you know, he's doing what he does now, and then I'm working for the DNR, and it's completely total ends of the spectrum, but we're still both doing something and working with something that we truly, truly love and always have loved, and that's fishing.
So the fish of the day, we were about halfway through her float, and Scott hooked into one. And I swear, probably 30 times that day, we had said, that's a good one. Because I'm telling you, you hook into a 12 or 13-inch fish in the current, it feels like a good one. And so it's kind of the point where you'd say a good one, and you had to wait till you saw that fish. And sure enough, this fish comes up, he does a little dance on the water, and it's a good one.
know when I'm on the river up home, early morning, fog rolling off the river, and I'm sitting on the back of the canoe and kind of walking down, heading down a deep run and a deep riffle, and I'm looking at the little eddies, the little holes, the rocks, all the little places I know there's a fish. And throw a bait over there, bam, you get hit. And I tell you what, that doesn't get a whole lot better than that. And that's where I'm truly in my element. When I'm going down that river and picking that water apart and looking at everything, that's where I'm at. That's my element.
You know, to me, when you're floating down this river, spinning reel in your hand, got a good guy running the boat in the back, sitting in the front seat of that canoe, picking the water apart, looking for the eddies, and hooking into any smallmouth, and feeling it tug on the end of your line, some light tackle, light line. I said it a million times today, there's nothing like it. It doesn't matter if it's a 10-inch fish, a 12-inch fish, or a 20-inch fish. You hook into a smallmouth in this current, it's addictive. And you just want to do it again and again. And I find myself thinking about it all the time. You know, put myself in that boat, floating down the river, trying to catch a smallmouth. You know, that's, when it comes to fishing, that's my element.